Power to the peoples. We back at new maintenance. Yeah. We're gonna rock like HAMP Doom and the Doomites that came in. Rashad Bell and the Green Coast. You already know we here. We working. Another one. Yes, sir. Where we at? 1-800 Blue Glove Doom. Staff gonna get the job done. This is the new commercial number. Exactly. Wait for them to come in. Give them some time. Started right at lunch break. Right at lunch break. Had a good time today, didn't we? We came back to headquarters. And we back. You up? I'm waiting. Take your time. Take your time. We here. We here. I'm waiting for you. Me and the team. Salute. Only for business. Only for business. I go outside with the mask only for business. You know what I'm saying? They call me. I come outside with the mask, shake hands, kiss babies, and take pictures. You heard? Subscribe, like, comment, and care. Holla at me. We out here. Welcome to the show. We just chilling. Speaking of the devil. Speaking of the devil. LaMelo went to the Wolves. That ain't enough. That ain't enough. Let me tell you something. You gotta know what time it is, man. That ain't enough to beat the Knicks. It ain't gonna be enough. When you got a team that plays together, then people adding on, it's too different, man. It's too different. You gotta remember that. Don't forget that. That team know each other. They don't know LaMelo. They just know that's his name. That's it. But the team of the Knicks, they know each other. They go out, they hang out. Put it this way, practice gonna be a little hard. Practice gonna be a little bit draining. And that's gonna be the Knicks' weapon. When teams gotta get it together at practice, Knicks already got it. So keep that in mind. That don't go nowhere. That ain't enough. That ain't enough. You understand? That ain't enough. They're going to need a little bit more to be a contender for the Eastern Conference Championship. Knicks already understand it. So don't worry about LaMelo. Don't worry about Jaylen Brown. He was ready to sell you out for what did he say? 400 million. He was ready to sell you out. He was ready to go across seas and play football and basketball over there for 400 million. He said, the ink ain't signed fast enough. I said the ink ain't signed fast enough. You heard? Welcome to the show. Yeah, I see all those good trades. It's good. It's good. No, the Knicks ain't had nothing easy. They were just healthy and they was playing basketball. Stop being a dislike to the New York Knicks. You wouldn't have said nothing if OKC would have repeated. You would say, oh, they did it. It was rough. Nah, Knicks they played basketball, man. They understood the assignment. They ain't let no one get in their head because they got trades. We don't care about that. We knew the teams was gonna do that anyway. We knew teams was gonna do that. Because of what you saying right now. The Knicks, it was easy. Them boys won 16-3, man. Ain't nothing happened like that in history, man. They lost 3. And went 4-4-4 all the way through, man. That's just that's just people that don't want to play for master no more. That's all. Mm-hmm. That's just some people that don't want to go outside when this noise is real. You know that. You know that. Knicks is locked in. I see you. I see you.
House, and as children, we playing with everything, and so father, my mother, and my older sister, large professor. You're definitely one of the most experienced diggers that I've ever been out killing crates with. Tell me how you got your start digging. Who put you up on record digging, man? I had my father, my mother, and my older sister. We had a small record collection in the house, and as children, we playing with everything, and so get over to the records, and you think they're toys too. All 3 of them had different genres that they listened to. Like my father was heavy jazz and funk. My mother was more woman soul, like Patti LaBelle, Aretha Franklin, right. And my sister was disco and funk, like the stuff that was coming out in the 70s, to getting their taste, and then I'm determining for myself what I like out of all of that.
Yeah, I agree. But he wouldn't have got his start if it wasn't for that lady. Amanda Pete, I think her name is, whatever her name is. She said she gave him a head start. So Bowley James, oh her, thank you. Mm-hmm.
My father worked in the same building as the Commodore's manager. He would get all of the Commodore's merch and records and everything. Like you hear the Cold Crush, they're using a record by the Commodore's name, Assembly Line.
Assembly Line.
And this is people who made rap and DJ. That's Large Professor talking. So his life was set. Father was already the Commodore worker. So kudos to all those people that have family that took their serious legacy serious, man.
Right.
Yeah, that's a heavy one too.
Right, so you hearing that in the park, and then like I would go home, and as I'm searching through the records, I don't
think
know
your
which
mother
is
went.
which, but then I'm discovering and finding, I'm like, yo, that's that record they played in the park. Like, oh, that's the Commodores?
The Cold Crush was rhyming on that shit. Kaz was killing it. Yeah, right.
Mother
Right.
Yo, this whole time, like,
you always big up Grandmaster Vic a lot. I always hear you
Talk
digging him up, man.
Yeah.
Were you learning about a lot of records from those tapes from him?
Well, with Grandmaster Vic, I really learned because as we were mixing, you know, people were going record to record, but Grandmaster Vic had this talent where he could play two records and they'll be both on key and key with one another.
Perfectly mixing.
Yeah, and it's like magic almost. It's like, whoa, these sound like they made to go together. I'm in tune with this record and I feel that tune, like I can pick up another record that is in key with that, and then it just works like magic. Like that's what I got from Grandmaster Vic.
So how long was the transition from you digging to when you or you know learning about records to when you actually started making beats?
Yeah, I was a teenager when I started making beats. With the combination of going outside, hearing records, you know, going home, hearing records, television, radio was big also, like BLS, WBLS was big. You know, once hip hop started taking off, and then I realized that people were taking snippets of records and like snares and kicks and
pieces, little bits and pieces.
Yeah, definitely. I was like, okay. And so, you know, with breakdancing and everything that was happening in hip hop, I kind of had a knack for putting it all together beat wise and early, for sure. Like,
what was the record that really showed you what digging was about, or what was the moment that
Rich Grizzled Mint?
that showed you what digging was about?
James Brown, Get Up, Get Involved, Get Into It, Get Involved. I was breakdancing to that record so much. Like, that was one of the records that would drive me crazy, like on the breakdancing tip. You know, before I even thought about DJing or anything, that I already loved. I already loved that record. So then when I started getting into the titles and actually wanting to have these records and own them, like, that was one of the joints that was like, man, I love this record, and now it's taking a new purpose in my life. Like, you know, I'm not breakdancing anymore. Now I'm like, you know, the snare or like just DJing or whatever, cutting them up.
When you're going through bins and you're seeing records that you've never seen before, what are you looking for, or what are you hearing that the other people would not hear or wouldn't see?
In the beginning, I only really wanted to get like early 70s, early to mid 70s, but now it's expanding. I could be in a record shop and I'm like, it feels like there's a copy of Brethren in here. You know, like, I feel like
bigger sense.
Yeah. Because you like going through the records. It varies though, you know, because like one day it could be instrumental records, one day it could be rock. It depends on the store. If the store is a heavy rock shop, shop, like you like, all right, cool. I might find a Billy Squire, tailor the tape in here. Like I feel like I'm gonna find a brethren in here, or something like that. Going out with a list of joints that you want to find, and then you might find something else, or you might discover something else, with just the right names on the back of the record. You flip it around, Bernard Purdy on the drums or something. You're like, all right, this might be something right here, that kind of thing.
Walk me through that record that you have right there. What is that?
Yeah, this record, man, Patrice Rushen, Pizzazz. This record I love, man. It's got one of her radio hits, Haven't You Heard? Patrice Rushen, even from the earlier jazz days, she's official. So whenever you see anything that she's on, you just gotta check it out. I've gone to parties where they said, don't play any R&B, or they say like, don't, and I could play that record, and people are like, what's that record? I love that. Like, and that's one of the things with DJing is like, you as a DJ gotta say, nah, you need to hear this right here, and people will love, like, this is one of those joints, man.
Do you use Discogs in the process of researching records that you're finding in the wild sometimes?
I use Discogs because I have my ones. It's good that they made those meta glasses, because before I used to like go hold the phone and do like this to like, get all of the records that I wanted to get doubles of or anything. But now I've been able to catalog it on Discogs. So in the want list section, is all of the records that I had on this, in my phone like this. It's a beautiful thing because then I can actually, they have shop for this record now, and then you can see, and then, you can't buy every record you want right there every day. So, you try to budget, but at least you have that saved where it's like, all right, cool, the budget open back up. Even just to like find out if records exist. Like I've been using Discogs for that. And then you might find this is a single in Brazil. Right. They got a Brazil.
Wasn't the United States world.
It wasn't the U.S.
Or the U.S. is on styrene, and then UK got the vinyl.
UK has the vinyl. Yeah. So I think I scuffed up some Sir Douglas 45s I had, and because they were styrene. Straight to Discogs, caught 2 more, boom, it's a handy tool for dudes who know, like, what they doing and what they trying to get, for sure.
Can you tell me a record or two that you had early back in the days that maybe you got rid of back then, that now you kind of like, yo, I wish I hadn't gotten rid of that, or I wish I could find another copy of that? Is there any records like that?
Well, I just recently found another copy of Get Down for Christmas by Melly and Silly. I was so thankful for that. The copy I had that we used for the Main Source album got eaten by a dog. It was crazy. Like, we had a dog in the house, and the damn dog chewed the record up. I came home, I was distraught. Like, I couldn't believe it.
I've never heard of such a
thing.
Yo,
That's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. That record could go for like at least like 500, 600, 700 now. And I caught it early, like for like $5 at Green Line, the record shop. Yeah, I need another copy of Chickaboom. Like, we could go on for days, man. We could go on for days with that, man. But it's never ending. It's good because it's a lifeline, man. It's like you kind of live like you want to live to see the day that you get this record.
The cheese keeps you alive.
Word up.
Right. So, yo, Record Store Day 2026, I am Thick Crates. We're here in Denver, Colorado at Recollect Records with the Large Professor.
Word up. Peace. We can.
you know, we always had those conversations on what needs to be done, how you need to move, you know what I'm saying? And I've always been appreciative of our relationship because of the game that you always have given me and just the energy that, you know, we have when we're around each other. You can't find that. So in your younger years, when you first got started, let's say the first 5-8 years of your career, what was I guess the best role you felt like you played? You felt like you put everything into it, and when you watched, you like, yeah.
Well, it probably would be my first movie, which was Menace to Society.
Yeah, you did.
So, and I'll tell you why, because everything up until then, I was on TV.
Yeah.
And with network television, you know, you have sponsorships. You have to sort of fit a mold. You have to kind of be in a box, and there's things that you can and cannot do. By the time I got to do this movie,
how old were you?
When I got the audition, I was 16.
For Menace?
I filmed the movie. I was 17.
Oh, you was 17.
I was 17 when we filmed it, but I got cast.
That's why you did deliver. Bro, you did that.
So up until then, I was just doing a lot of TV, right? But also living a life where, you know, I didn't get caught up in the whole Hollywood thing. I didn't know what that was because I would go do my job and then leave. Yeah. I'm back home with my family. My mother and father made sure that we stayed connected. Not only as we were living in LA, she made sure that we went back to Chicago. Every spring break, every summer, I only spent those in Chicago. And that was without the supervision of my mother and father. Right. You know, we were staying with, you know, our family members and, you know, really being able to grow up in Chicago on my own in that way. By the time I got a chance to do Menace, I was very clear about what it was. I understood the assignment because things I had seen, I'm not going to dry snitch on myself, but things that I had been around and experienced both in Chicago and in Los Angeles, I knew those characters. I knew them 100%.
So,
you know?
So when you read the script and you went in and auditioned, it was easy for you?
I wouldn't say it was easy.
Well, it was like
you knew you could deliver.
I knew I could deliver.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. When I got the script, I was in Chicago, right? My brothers were back in LA, and they said, "Hey, man, you got to come home for audition." I said, "Man, I ain't about to leave, you know, Chicago. I'm just summer break, and you know, there's a young lady that I'm interested in right now, so that audition is gonna have to wait." They said, "Nah, man, for real, this is like something new, it's different, and I think you gonna."
Let me stop you there. Now, this is something they're hearing about, telling them that they want you, or this is something they passing off to you?
They're telling me about it because they were up for some of the roles as well. So they are in. They're like, "Yo, bro, we got to get in on this."
Gotcha.
So I was like, all right. So I came back to LA, and when I read the size of the script, the character of O-Dog did not reflect how I looked. The description was like he was a short, muscular or tall, muscular guy, very dark complexion, long ponytail, fresh out of jail. Tattoos everywhere. I was looking like a Disney kid, man. I was looking like, you know what I'm saying? I was fresh, you know what I'm saying? I have a fresh haircut, you know what I'm saying? You know, I had the fresh fade. I didn't have no break. I was like, this is not me. And so I said, man, I have to go in there and change their minds. And for me, I just said, okay, I've been around people that you didn't expect that can go from 0 to 100 and just flip on you. And that was one of the things that I knew I had to do. I had to be able to shake the room up for them to take me seriously. And fortunately, I was able to do it.
You delivered that.
It felt good. It felt right.
Can we get the line?
What's the line?
You can't get a line.
What are you like? Because we all have our favorite
like one right now, bro.
What was your?
What are you acting like, bro?
Acting like a little bitch. Yeah, no, we had some. What's crazy about that also being authentic, you know, working with Red Fox. And when I got to O-Dog, I mean, they wrote a great script. Shout out to the Hughes brothers and Tiger Williams who wrote the movie and produced it and directed it. But I knew there was some nuances that I had to throw on there. So when I was certain things that were there, but things that made the movie that wasn't in the script, like in the liquor store, there's a moment where my character, Old Dog, along with Kane, Tyron Turner, shout out to Tyron Turner, in the liquor store, and the clerks who worked there were trying to, they were watching them their every move. And once they stereotyping. So once they paid for their
the
drinks or whatever, the clerk said he was sorry about your mother. He said something about Old Dog's mother or whatever. Yeah. But Old Dog took that personally. I understand what that's like because I'm cool, I'm collected, I'm great. The moment we get to talk about my mother in any capacity,
it's smoke.
It's real. So that moment, what you say about my mom was real. That was Lorenz. Mm-hmm. That wasn't Old Dog.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. The other stuff with Old Dog.
Yeah.
That was Renz came out for sure.
Love Jones, you made a cultural classic.
Thank you.
Mm.
And did you realize after filming that movie, like, yeah, I'm about to have a lot of girlfriends in this world after this? Like, I was going to become a heartthrob. I was going to become,
I didn't know the movie would resonate in that way for me. I knew that, he was a cool character. I just love the fact that we was doing the movie in Chicago. I could finally get back home to do something. I liked the way that the characters spoke a lot differently than things I had done in the past. They had a certain different cadence. They were intellectuals. They were dealing with love, all this stuff. And I was like, let me kind of, lean into that. But I didn't know until people who saw the movie, they was like, bro, you out of here. You know your stock is about to
go.
That's
what I'm saying. Yeah.
But what's crazy is like I was so locked into the work and all that, I didn't even, I guess what you would call cash it in.
Sex symbol, brother.
I didn't.
From the ladies, man, you was out of here with that one, bro.
And I didn't. That part was not intentional. I wasn't even trying.
I know.
But I wasn't even outside. So once the movie came out, I was trying to go on to the next movie and try to do the next thing. I was not really, living in the realm of Darius Love Hall, and I'm going to say some cool poetry. Say
right,
I wasn't in. I was like, what's the next project? What's the next thing? What am I doing? What are me and my brothers doing? What are we trying to produce? We're trying to create these, movie companies, and we're trying to do all that. So I wasn't really in a social space to really receive all of that.
But once you realize you were there, how do you handle that? Like,
cousins. It was a good time.
Okay.
Let me just say this.
It was. I'm sure it was.
It was a good time.
It's good for you.
And then Power happens.
Yes, Power, man.
And we watch Power, fall in love with Power, and then
shout out to 50.
Councilman Tate comes around.
Yes, man.
And you put your on that.
Man, let me tell you, I was so happy to be a part of that. I was a fan of the show. At the time that I was being looked after to be a part of the show, I'm friends with Amari Hardwick, who plays Ghost. It's my brother, as well as 50. We've been trying to find a way to get me on the show. And I got a chance to meet Courtney Kemp, the creator and the writer of the show. And we hit it off really well. The time that they wanted me to be on the show was going to be for a different role, a different character, completely different. It was going to be for the character Terry Silver, I think his name. He was a lawyer.
The lawyer, yeah.
I was at the time, I was producing a movie up in Toronto with my brother Lamar, and I was in every scene of this movie. And being a producer, I had to be there, and I couldn't get back down to New York at the time that they needed me in that window. And there was a bunch of different things going back and forth with my team at the time that rep me and, production. And it just was a whole bunch of nonsense. So they casted someone else. They had to move on, which was fine. And I made a call to Courtney on my own. And I said, hey, listen, I know I missed that opportunity. Tell 50 and that I'm sorry I wasn't able to do it. I apologize. But if y'all need me, I'll come in and rock out with you or whatever you need. And she's like, interesting, because we're casting this other role. How would you like to play a politician? I was like, cool, as long as it's a good role, I can do it and all good. She and I talked for a while. We got a chance to meet up. And I said, I'll get one episode. She says, how about 4 episodes? I said, cool. Of course, I make the deal. I do it. My team, what are you doing behind our backs? You can't do that. You're giving us no leverage. I said, listen, this is beyond what y'all talking about. This is a sister who I really respect. And I don't need y'all talking for us.
Mm-hmm.
I can call that sister and talk for myself, and we can speak
Mm-hmm.
on our own.
Mm-hmm.
And I gave her my word, and I told her I would do it, just like I did with Don Cheadle on his show, House of Lies. He says, man, I want you to meet my brother.
Show.
I said, cool. Why are you talking to Don Cheadle without us? That's my interpretation of the people who get what's the problem? I'm like, because I don't need y'all in between us to talk business and what we need to do, because I understand this for a bigger cause. But I had a great time on Power. We had the culture, man. Everybody just really loved the show. Working with 50, working with Courtney, working with Omari and Naturi and everybody, and Michael Rainey Jr., who exploded, and then I was able to go and do the spinoff of that. And be on Ghost, Power Book 2, which was amazing. Courtney, once again, like, hey, I'm just, my pen is just loving what you're doing. So put your thing in. We want to get into a little bit more of your story. There was a conversation at one point that I would have my own TV spinoff, which was going to be about Councilman Tate and the whole political world, and still have the elements of Power. It never came to fruition, but I was able to still stay in the universe, the Power universe. And as we were trying to build out to show the audiences that this could be something really dope, we had to get into my personal life, a love interest, but also like my brother, like your family, what your family look like. And Courtney was like, we're trying to, who would make what actor would be good for you to play your brother? And I was like, my brother. And she's like, wait a minute, LaRon, your producing partner? I said, he's an actor. If you want to get him, I said, but Lamar.
Yeah.
She was like, Lamar. Because we were going to go cast somebody else. And I was like, bro, if I have something to do with it, understand what this is, y'all. I love all you actors out there. But if I have something to do with it and I can have somebody play my brother, I'm going to always go with my brother first if I can. Now, if I can't, that's fine. If he's right for the role.
Right.
And the same thing. If he's right for the role, I'm going to go. If it's not, then, we'll
peace and love.
move it. But he definitely.
Well, I'm doing, Nicole, peace and love, baby. Just sitting here trying to investigate the algorithm, see why it's pulling the way it's pulling on 9,400 subscribers. So that's what I'm sitting here doing, letting the people talk for me. You know what I mean? Having a good time. It's good to see you. Writing, tightening up the juniors. That's what I'm doing. Big up to you, my queen. Wakanda hugs, you heard? Feeling good. Just listening to the trolls, watching them, waiting for them to talk dirty. Routine. Summer school. So, when you used to go to school in summer school or class, when it was ending the classrooms, teacher put out the projector, throw an aim on the board. They sit there, they look at it, people in the back, shh, be quiet, let them do their thing, everybody pass. They just came to get 3 credits. You know what I mean? I'm that substitute teacher for that. That's what this is for the whole movement, along with investigating the algorithm. Right now, we ain't really trying to inject our work with other people's work, Nicole, because they soft. You know what I mean? So you just hustle a different way. Summer school program. You know what I'm saying? Financial aid type shit. Gotta change the dynamics. Speaking of the devil. So right there was just Lorenz Tate talking about how he became great, or how he started out in Minister Society and other roles that he played. But his first breakout role was Minister Society, along with being the actor on television, as he was saying. So we were just using that sound bite to work out the algorithm to see what we're doing. And of course, we're approaching 10K. So we want to know where the algorithm gonna put us and how we find it. Because it seems like somebody cut the line somewhere and it's a gap and we just floating in the stream. You know what I'm saying, Nicole? That's what it feels like. So, we out working. Speaking of the devil, someone asked about a couple of basketball trades. I answered it by telling them it doesn't matter what any team does in the off season. I say that by the time you get to the real season, you'll be burnt out due to the fact that you got to practice a little bit more harder than the Knicks. Because we already gelled. We already glued. We already tapped in. You know what I'm saying? We got a bench. So everybody looking for the front court, first five. Yeah, but what about that bench? Because if our bench destroy your bench, well, we repeating now. Yeah. You not worried. Because if they want to do that, then Kyrie might want to sign with the Knicks. Just remember I told you that, though. If they feel like it's a problem for Big Bobby Brunson, which it ain't, we can alleviate the pain. We could throw in Kyrie. Mind you, both of them could get 30 easily. Kyrie could give you 30. That's 60. Cat 20. That's 80. OG. You do the math. We'll be in the hundreds by fourth quarter. You wouldn't want to play them or you'll just come out there to get checked. That's how they're going to act next year. Watch what I tell you. I ain't worried. It's part of the program. You got to enjoy you got to be out there. If you don't, they'll know when to stop. Because you don't want the team to get fined. None of them like Donald Trump, but they got to go to the White House. You got to go meet the president. That's personal, but this is business. So you got to go out there and shake that man's hand and him to raise up a jersey. You understand? It's tradition. Every basketball team went to the White House. So you know, except unless you got a doctor's note. You better have a good one too. They're going to investigate that doctor. You go in there and say, hey, I got to go meet the president. But can you write me a ticket today saying that I can't go? He might go in the room, dial the phone, and say he's here. He's here. He's trying to get me to write him a doctor's note. I'll be out in a minute. I'm looking for the I'm looking. Heavy on up before he leaves. Boy, you go in there and get your ass in the car, boy. Go and meet Donald Trump, shake his hand, give him a bro hug, right? You have to. It's part of the curriculum. Mm-hmm. It's part of the curriculum. I don't care what belief system you got. You living in America, you gotta go meet the president. Next question. Now we talking. There we go. Alan Greenspan is from the tribe of the bad. Now we talking. That's right. There you go. You understood the assignment at 48 minutes. Man, what up? The trolls on their way. I sent the kite. No doubt, beloved. Yeah, I was asking you the other day, man. How did you pull that beautiful runway? I was asking you to email me that beautiful trick. That was a beautiful one, man. I was just looking for the entitlement where it was. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. No doubt. I like that. More liquor hugs to the soldier. That's funny. That's funny. Bring them in, baby. All right, thank you, Cap. Yeah, it seems like it's gonna need another jump start. You know, the car got stopped on the road. Man came through, had some jumper cables and shit. Yo, man, I gotta get back to the spot. I got you, son. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everyone talking on how some teams should be in fear because they made some trades. That don't mean nothing. That doesn't mean that y'all know how to play together. You just might not have just shoot the hoop. That's cool. But you gotta know how to play together, read each other's mind, body, and soul when you out there. I know Cat gonna be right there. That's how Jalen think. I know Son gonna be right there. My job is to get it past the line. If I don't see anybody looking according, take off. Easy work, man. Easy work. Huh? It was easy work. Speaking of the devil, how we looking? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo, I got the cab driver. Yo, man, the merciness of the world. Had a couple of setbacks a few days ago, along with the happiness of the little vacation. I changed my cologne. I went back to Chanel Blue. I went to my classic Chanel Blue. I like it. I took a nice shower, refreshed last night, had it on. You know what I mean? It was refreshing. Chanel Blue. Blue Death Chanel. It was good. I gotta get another Sean John Unforgivable because the nozzle broke and it don't feel too good. It feel like I'm putting on Old Spice or something on the fact of splash, and I don't like that. I like the, you know what I mean? Salute. What was my brother Armani? He was the cologne technique entrepreneur, connoisseur. I think he said the synthesizer. That's the name of it. My synthesizer broke. Then I tried to peel it, then it completely got dismantled. So I said, all right, look, let me put it up, put it in the box, look for another one. But I might go with that Dolce Gabbana blue, man. It's summertime now. It's getting ready to get real steamy. So you want something to keep you refreshed. Yeah, I'm getting ready to do my cologne collection. I got them in the box right now in the closet, cool. You know what I mean? But I'm going to do this. When I get to like 100, I'm going to transfer them to a storage unit. Yeah. Keep the ones and then transfer the, because they might get overwhelmed. I might put it over there. Polo black, I don't like polo black, man. I got polo black. I like the gold top polo. I think polo red is a little bit, because polo black stay on too long. It don't go off. You know what I'm saying? Polo black don't go off it stays on too long. It don't evaporate. You know what I'm saying? It don't evaporate. It moves at a different groove. It moves at a different groove, right? Man. I would take Brute over Polo Black. I take Polo Sport. Then I like Polo Blue, the new joint they got. And I like Polo 67. We dooming every day, no doubt. You like darker? I don't like darker. Darker sits too it smell like you construction site. You know what I mean? You need shit that make you be like you on a yacht. You're around 5 females and you don't and it's 3 of you, but she single you out, like saying, yo, that's son. Who got that on? Like I want to know the other names, but I seen my man, he said the Baccarat, whatever that is, I don't know. But I'm American cologne. You know what I'm saying? Salute man. You know what I'm saying? I like that and that. Yeah, it smell like perfect. I take Jupe over that. Yeah, I take Jupe. Now, if I'm dealing with the oils, I stay with frankincense, myrrh, blue now, because they know how to evaporate. Golden sand, that's the Muslim oils. You know what I'm saying? I deal with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm into the smell good because before she'll know this mask, the do-rag, the bandana, the gold ring, she gonna know that cologne smell. And that's a super glue fact. She don't care about what belt you wear. Sometimes I wear shoelace. Sometimes I forget my belt. I go to the store and buy some shoelaces. You know what I mean? Tie it up. I got a belt. Old school. Now my pants fit. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe, like, comment, and kid. Salute, man. Mm-hmm. But this is a big, magnificent wordplay right here. See, when man give it to you, he give it to you in the musical form of great Gucci Mane. He give it to you in the lyrical form of Gunner Burner or Burner Gunner. He gives it to you. See, I was watching it the other night. I said, yo, my brother hit a jackpot. And now we smacking them in the face with this jackpot. What they gonna say now? What they gonna say now? Okay, Doom, I remember. I know how it was. You never was a fucked up dude in life. You was always doing Wakanda hugs. That's all I was trying to do, brother. I remember we had nothing, man. Remember them good old days? I do. I remember those beautiful days. I love those beautiful days. Sweating, grinding it out, staying hydrated every which way we can. Half the time they thought he was cleaned out. Hey, just ask how Harry Houdini got out. We don't know. They say he was cocained out. Ask Harry Houdini how he got out. We don't know. I said they said that Hamp Doom was coked out. We don't know. Ask Harry Houdini how he got out. Just ask him. Harry Houdini. AIP to Harry Houdini, son. I still got 15,000 hours of memory swimming with Harry Houdini. Swimming lessons from Harry Houdini. You know what that shit is like? You know what it feels like to be trapped in a Heineken bottle? Because this rap shit, I write about it. My life's about it. You beat me, I might doubt it. You ever broke a Heineken bottle and made a knife out of it? I doubt it. Huh? I remember the days trapped in the bottle with Harry Houdini. He showed me. Huh? Huh? I remember the Polar Bear Challenge with Harry Houdini. I remember the smoking the sage in the icebox with Harry Houdini. The women was in furs, but me and Harry had to do it how we had to do it. In a polo swimsuit, male swimsuits by Polo, Ralph Lauren. Big up Ralph. Salute Ralph Lauren. I appreciate that. I want to show everything info, entertaining, educational, $1 million purposes only. See, when you ask for help, that's a real thing. My brother said, for real, son, I got you. Salute, man. For real, son. Let's work them. Huh? I remember the days when I was with Jack Nichols. Huh? Playing golf at the Shawnee Poconos Mountains in Pennsylvania. Jack Nichols, the Golden Bear. I remember hanging out with Jack Nichols. I had to go get the golf club with the caddy. I had to hold the golf clubs. Jack Nichols was hitting me with Heineken bottles and shit. Like, yo, get that nigga Heinekens. He took care of my college fund and shit. Big up to Jack Nichols, the golf player, man. Shawnee Poconos, man. His grandkids love me to this day. They love me. I just came back from Shawnee Poconos, chilling with Jack Nichols. You understand? This was like Jack Nichols, right? Was like, but this was the 80s when that cocaine, before the 90s, a little bit getting in, but this was like them 80s. Because I remember I had to be like, just getting ready to probably go into high school. You know what I mean? Because that's when we stopped going to the Poconos Mountains. And at that time, I knew how to do it when I was playing golf. Jack Nichols, I said, yo, you look like the guy on TV. He said, I am. I said, oh, okay. It wasn't nobody around before television and shit. A couple of CBS reporters, NBC reporters, ABC reporters, WPIX reporters was there. And me and Jack was chilling. Got a Jack Daniel. And then we got the golf cart. Now, that was my first drive. That was easy. I knew how to drive that because bumping cars. Just don't go on the grass until it's time to ride on the grass to take Jack to the next hole. That's what I had to do. That was what my job was. To make sure Jack Nichols, the golf player, moved 18 holes. I moved 18 holes with Jack Nichols. Arnold Palmer was different. When I met Arnold Palmer, he was completely how you see how he was with the lemonade half and half. He got that lemonade. Him and Golden Bear, they got that lemonade from Arizona. I drink that. I remember when they first presented it in Charlie's Bar. I was there when they invented that shit in Charlie's Bar. And I was saying to myself, like, I'm at the swimming pool with my cousin. At that time, mozzarella cheeseburgers, me and him designed that shit. Because the mafia used to come in and we used to have the mini burgers. Me and my little cousin, Brendan, who I taught how to MC and shit, he the one that put the mini burgers together. I said, yo, slap this cheese, because we remember how we got the lasagna from grandma. We said, yo, when do we make these into burgers without the noodles and shit? Just take the grandma recipe and flip it at Sean. He agreed. He agreed. And after we did it, we made about 200 mini burgers. Then we got our aunt and our grandmother, which is his mother and grandmother. That's my grandmother, my aunt, which is his mom's. They started to put together all night, like an extra 200 more. So, because Arnold Palmer, he like that. He needed 15 mini burgers. We called them shits what we call them, the supersonic, the sonic super, before Sonic. It was some shit that we made up that they robbed us for. And we was like, yo, we coming back for that bag. I remember. Talk dirty. Talk dirty. I waiting for them to come in and say, I want them to come in and say, beloved is outside. That's what I want them to say. Why they ain't saying they go beloved? Huh? Speaking of the devil, why they ain't run with this? It's running now. It's running now. Huh? Huh? Don't complain. Where you at now? Huh? Yo, Doom TV, yeah. Along with the beloveds. We outside, man. Don't run now. This noise is real. Mm-hmm. Don't run now. Mm-hmm. And we want to give you a shout out. But it costs you. Back at new maintenance, no doubt, God. We want to give you a shout out, but it's going to cost us a few. We don't want to pay the fine. Our peoples, like the Green Coats, Man, and Ted Murray and the team, yeah, that's different. But you want us to call us out so you could try to do what you was doing all the way up until we got to the 25th. Man had to go run and talk to Alan Greenspan family after I threw out this one. You tried to give you Clyde Hyde Davis, but you ain't understand. Now we say, okay, give him again. Son ran over there and said, oh, this is about that bag. So let me go over there, talk to son, you know what I'm saying? Let them know Doom need this real extracurricular activity. You know I got a lot of shit hanging over my head. You know, at any given time, they can get me. Who can get me? The powers that be. I ain't afraid. I ain't going out without a fight. But we have to think here. Because I built this shit along with my team. And you think we gonna allow you motherfuckers to come in here and destroy on how you must be out your rabbit ass mind. We built this shit together. Huh? And I damn sure ain't gonna let a nigga like you or a bitch like you come over here and tear this shit down. You sound like a motherfucking clown. You understand me? I built this shit. Me. Video by motherfucking video. Live by motherfucking live. Along with my doomsday. Nigga, let me, bitch, boy, let me tell you, man. Because you can't work. you trying to steal, you trying to run down. I ain't gonna count how many times you flag my show. I know who you are. You know who you are. I stopped counting. After the first 10, I stopped counting. I said, damn, this is the 10th time. This person begging for attention that I don't know you. I started this motherfucking page April 10th, 2021. Within 5 years, 2 years, we got monetized. So technically, I got 5 years of activity, 2 years of getting to the bag. And it started last year. This year make 2 years, right? Last year, this year, that's 2 years. We was already monetized, but start getting the payments. It was like 2 years. We got 5 years, and 2 years, a year and a half. This year would be 2 years. We started the year. Coming up now, 2 years. Heavy bag Tim, what up? I remember. And you think I'ma sit back because I ain't getting what they saying? I know what the algorithm was trying to do. I am Al Gore. Listen, I told them that. They kept harassing me about, you gotta yell out, subscribe, like, comment, and kid. You gotta yell out, hit the like button. You gotta yell out, hit your cat. Listen, I'm tired of telling these motherfuckers what to do. They already should know if they want to be down like Brandy and shit. Talk. Get the talk the talk. Talk that dirt. Talk dirt. I'm trying to get to that level of why he right there. What he doing that I ain't doing. I don't fall in line like you motherfuckers do. See, I don't do, no. I stay in the drawing board. And I say you can rewind more, wind to find. I yelled out my beloved. I said, yo, son, show me that. I need to know that. Thank you. Now it's prevalent. You asking me about the magnifying glass. The last time I saw the magnifying glass is when I went with the jeweler and he had one that looked at the diamonds. That was the only motherfucking magnifying glass I needed. I ain't need nothing else. That shit could get to the core and the crust of the gem, of that precious stone. And here it is. These motherfuckers trying to take me out. And you want to come in here and fuck up this special ed classroom with your buffoonery. Huh? And I'm saying to myself here at headquarters, with all this white and white, with a green bottle, stay hydrated. I'm tired of playing with you motherfuckers. I ain't been nothing but nice. Too nice. I try to hold my composure like Teen Wolf, son. But that's just kitty shit. I can escalate it to, like I'm doing my best to hold my composure like David Banner. Fuck it. That's high level, threat level right there. When the nigga trying not to turn into, I just want to be David Banner. I'm watching the seasons all over again, so I can get the characteristics of Mr. McGee. Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Now, I ain't trying to tell you that I'm jumping out of bed, breaking down walls and shit. No. What I can tell you, some bone fragments might be moved around a little bit. Some bone fragments. I'm not looking to replace dentures, even though I got a dentist's office. I deal with dentistry. But I don't got time for oral surgeon, mouth work. Your insurance ain't working too good. So we'll do something that'll be like patch them up. You understand what I'm saying to you? So I'm at that level. I like to walk the street like day to day. Talk dirty. Talk that talk. Talk that talk. They gonna say to themselves, man, how in the hell did Doom do this? We're gonna have the conversation going now, man. And you know I'm coming out with a part 2. You already know that. Same thing. We back at new maintenance. We just flipped it around. This one here is Speaking of the Devil. Different classroom, substitute teacher, man. HAMP Doom. My team learned from me, even though we a fool. Even though we having fun. Because I asked you 1,000 times, what do you need to know, loved one? Because everything top shelf. Yeah. Yeah, as I was saying, because that was Alan Greenspan's granddaughter giving this to my uncle to give me a call to say after the show she want to thank me about Speaking of the Devil. Now, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. What do you need to know, loved one? Rashad Bell, I saw you, baby. Because everything top shelf. If you snooze, you lose. Here's why we picking now. With nigga naps, twisted, ribbon wrap, gifted. Woo! I'm on that trick like a RZA track. You slip, you get attached, slick attached, pity patch. Men and mice on the sticky trap. Shout out to the 500 and 800 people in the building watching this show. Salute to being coming, Mr. 10K, very soon. Thank you. Because y'all will get these numbers and start talking that, hi guys, thank you. No. I don't give a goddamn flying fuck. You still gonna get this motherfucking work. You hear me, man? Talk dirty to him. Book Zombie, peace. I said that when my peoples come in here, they will get acknowledged when we get back to the next level. I also said when your ass come in here, because you left, or we was going to talk dirty to your punk ass. My team going to get, y'all go subscribe, like, comment, and care to Man Making Money Doom, a.k.a. Man Doom. Y'all go to Book Zombie and subscribe, like, comment, and care. He out there. Y'all go to Rashad Bell. These niggas was out here when we was at 5, 10, when the real work was like this. So when you come back to say, Doom, you remember me? I'm gonna get the sharpest fucking samurai sword, boomerang, matter of fact, and I'm gonna fling that shit. Raise your arm again. Aim it right there. Cut your fucking arm off. Don't come back now. Huh? He be right. Yeah, chop their hand right off, man. But I told him. That's why the powers to be say, let's do it again for him. See if he recognized. I recognize. And when the people that get in here that been, when they saw what they saw, we tell them, yo, get ready to get back to work, man. Y'all go over there and holler at them too in case I step off the scene for a few days. You know what I'm saying? A few hours. We talking dirt. That's right, we back. I want to thank my Secretary of Defense, my Operation of Defense. And I want to thank my well, the good, gotta keep the cue cards up. Gotta keep it up. Intelligent Operation Field Manager. Man. Operation. That word. Say that word I said back. The Operation Field Manager. Man. The elite Operation Field Manager. This that work. We running on mountains of landmines. Do you understand? Man digging. That's the job. Not only that I orchestrate the work to run down on them niggas, I'm picking them up, detonating them when I get there. Man already corned the landmines. 50 yards at a time, you know what I'm saying? Operation Field Manager. You understand what I'm saying? He corned the field. He ran out there, said, yo, it's 30 yards of, it's not 9 landmines. We went over there and dissect them shits and detonated them when we got to your spot. Oh, they're gonna say something today. We want them to say something today. Operation Field Manager, I appreciate this. I appreciate this, Operation Field Manager. I appreciate this. OFM, man. OFM, man. Operation Field Manager out here, man. We operating. Huh? You get hurt on the field, we can shake a bottle of water to keep you alive. Huh? We can slap you with a bottle of water and you can run an extra 3 more miles till you get to the infirmary, medical center, dealing with me and Operation Field Manager, OFM, man. Stay hydrated, because it can get very hot out here in the desert. And not only that, don't fuck around at lunchtime trying to eat hot sauce. Save that shit for later on. Don't fuck around in the desert. Don't bring hot sauce. Let me handle the condiments. I know what to put down, the seasoning. I know what the fuck to order to give you. You only take a sip of your canteen We got to get to the river. When we get to the river, you can drink. Keep your system clean. We got a lot of work to do. Talk to an operation field manager. We out here. Stay hydrated. No lunch breaks, no smoke break. We eat and smoke on the job. I ain't doing anything. Oh snap, Doom back in business now. How can I get a contract? The Sears win. Thank you, man. You already know, Cap. I was MS was here, and you could tell him he probably would escalate. Penberry. There you go, baby. You see it, Penberry? We was 4 months hustling. Now we at the level. We 700 in the chat off of 9K, 9,400. Penn Murray. Huh? Salute to the gift squad. We just came out here having a good time because the team said, we know what the teacher missing. See, I'm not in this by myself. My team said, I know what Doom is missing. Doom, here you go. And they know exactly what I know how to do when I get that alley-oop. I know how to work that shit. Tell them Rashad Bell, fuck cancer. You know I know how to work that shit. And I ain't even out the first verse yet. I ain't even out the first verse yet. Tupac chill. We came in, he did his business. He ate his good meal. I said I was going to work. Like I always, I ain't care about what they were saying. YouTube, you know I'm rebellious. You thought you was going to turn my TV off? I'll be on somebody else's. Huh? 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 Big up to OFM, man. Operation Field Manager. I want the Green Coast to salute man for understanding what the teacher needed. He said, Doom, I'm bringing the trolls. I'm tired of seeing this. You deserve it, son. You ain't been shady. You ain't been doing nothing wrong. Wakanda hugs, my nigga. DMV, stand the fuck up. See, it's one thing to ask for help. Then it's another thing to beg for help. We don't beg. We do. We don't compromise. We saw what they was shadow banning and doing. My operation field manager said, I'm going to tell the Doomites what the fuck to do. He's stepping up. I don't believe it, but I believe it. Because I remember that he remembered. And when I was there with just half the number that the field manager put together, I was like, man, look, son. We did it. Not I. There's no team, no I in the team unless it's I, the team, going in to get that work done. At an hour and 28 minutes. Now it's your turn. I said I and team going in to get that work done. It's an hour and 28 minutes. Now it's your turn. I said me and my I team is going in getting the work done. At an hour and 28 minutes and some seconds. Now it's your turn. This is a different George Burn. A different way to put bodies in urn. You'll be cremated as soon as the cream made it. And after that, that's a big urn. Now talk about Big Worm. His hair was slicked back with a different perm. You motherfuckers with a perm should have been wearing the perm because at least you had your head on straight then. You little... Hold up. I'm tired of you fake niggas. Don't come over here talking to me now that we got these amount of motherfuckers in the building. Don't be my friend now. Don't say, Doom, they got Doom, they got Doom. My team looked at those motherfuckers and said, they got Doom to do what? All Doom was doing was staying hydrated, looking fly, wearing the flies cologne, staying clean, everything white. White bitches, white shirts. You'll get white stitches for playing around with black dirt. But I ain't here to talk about your mother and how she squirt. That's cool when I put my hand under her skirt. I came here for the extra work. It was cool when I brought the syrup of mother brother who hover. This was a different hubba bubba. I'll break you down if you smirk. But I'm Papa Smurf. Talk dirty to him, Hamp Doom. I'm a worker. I'm a worker. My team knew what the fuck I needed. They said, Doom, we see he struggled, but he's still out there. He ain't complaining. He took a few days off, 72 hours. Some motherfuckers will leave shit for days and weeks to a month. We still doing it. So my operation field manager ran out there and stuck up the gun store, son. Not saying my team wasn't capable of thinking like this before, but there's always one that elevates inside the Doom Nation. Ham got the free coats, but also got snipers. You know that. Got the green coats. You know that. This sniper is Sniper Part 4. You gotta watch the sniper movies, man. They got Part 5s and shit. That's the level we got. We got motherfuckers that could set up behind Cube Smart, your favorite local goddamn storage unit, and you could be 13 feet away, and it'd be a fucking bird. Niggas will shoot fucking bird food on top of your shoulder. That's how nasty and nice my niggas is. They'll shoot bird food on your shoulder and shit. You won't even know. Birds will be following you. We'll have 900 birds lift a 200-pound man. The fucking pigeons of New York, 900 of them niggas. It took about 750. I just got the other ones from Tyson. Tyson brought the other ones. Mike Tyson, Pigeon Coop brought the other one. That shit lifted your ass, will bring you over here to get manhandled. Niggas they'll think you're a balloon in the sky, son. Until they put magnifying optic to your air, to the aerodynamics, and look at it and say, that's a man. Until they start saying, is it a bird? Is it a plane? I might get the crows to do that shit. They strong enough. If I get the bald eagles, it's a problem. Polly Pockets, or what's up, Polly Pockets? I'm working. I'm working. If I don't see you, I see you now. Penn Murray, definitely bring him in. I see him. I'm working. All first verse. Get the crows. If I get the bald eagles, it's a wrap. Huh? Bald eagles might carry you to a cliff, drop you on the edge of the mountain, just let you tumble. Because they don't want to they want to share the food with down below. They'll come get the remnants. Matter of fact, we'll send the military condors, the cousins of the vultures. Those my other big birds. I love those niggas. I love them. I love the vultures. See, the vulture table is different. See, I can sit you at the vulture table. I could saran wrap I won't tie you up. I'll saran wrap you. You know what I'm saying? Word. And smack food on your face and shit. You heard? Smack a plate of pizza or a plate of lasagna and smack you with a pie pizza or some shit. You know what I mean? And send just one vulture. The military condor is the highest bird. Dangerous. He can eliminate you within 3 hours. Boa constrictor, he can swallow your ass, pause, within less than 30 minutes. That's a different table. I got motherfucking specialists that raise boa constrictors. You don't know what that's like. I see snakes every day. I see them dancing and running and dancing and running and having a mindset of that's them niggas coming. Mm-hmm. There's always a way. Like Denzel said in the book of Eli, there's always a choice. I appreciate you for coming to work today. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, work them. Come on in. Did Alan Greenspan do it? Huh? Huh? We got Brian Cashman next. Don't even worry about it. We got Brian Cashman next. And we got a new psychological. Man saw the psychological yesterday. He said, oh, I see what Doom doing. He hit us with this, snatched that, he did that. I was doing Tetris. Damn. What's that video game when the little thing jumped from block to block to block and you gotta be careful. What's the name of that video game? I got it. I had it. I just missed it. It was one of the famous good games. With like a snorkel type of person. He jumped from box to box. What's the name of that game, Penn Murray? You know he did it. Yeah. Super Mario Bros. Tetris. What's the other one? The other one. He jumps. Where y'all game heads at? You know he did it. You know that's a fact. Alan Greenspan did. He starts from the top. It's always in space, kinda. I think it's dark. I don't know. But that's what me and Man, we was playing Tetris, Speed Racer, and that other game. I forgot the name. The other game, I forgot the name. It's a little space Martian dude, look like a snorkel type of dude, and he's jumping up and down to a box. And if he don't get the color on the right one, if he jump too far, he'll jump off. But it was a popular video game. Big up the 715 in the building. The Hassan Campbell numbers. This them Hassan Campbell numbers. Salute. Huh? Doomavelli was good. You see him? You doing Hassan Campbell numbers, son. Huh? Talk dirty to him. Where you at? Where you at? Only an hour and 38. They nervous now. I like that. I like that. We got them nervous now, Tupac. Yeah, we shook the community up today. This is viral. Without even trying to be viral. I'm just chilling. Huh? No, we ain't did nothing. This is organic of the apprentice of MF Doom. That's what this work is. The organic apprentice of MF Doom. That's me. That's what you looking at. We ain't complaining. We said how we said what we said. We was looking. And so far, the algorithm picked it up. They didn't want to pick up nothing from Clyde Davis. he had too much dirt on his name. But this one here, Alan Greenspan, he was the treasure boss of that paper. Yeah, Pac laying low. It's 84 out there. We took care of our business. He had his meal. Like I said, I came outside just to come outside and look what happened, how you come outside. It's like lotto. You never know. You just got to stay with it. This is an inspiration for you now. I don't want you to complain no more. I want you to say, yo, if Doom could do it, I believe I could do it too. Gotta wake up. Where you at now? Where you at now? Nowhere to be found. Huh? Because you watching in the background. Shy, they fall apart. McDoom, the Black Donald's Black Rib Sandwich is back, you heard? No doubt, God. No doubt. That was a beautiful at 1 hour and 40 minutes. It was a perfect hit. It was a perfect hit. For 25 to 30 to 40 minutes, that was beautiful, man. All I can tell them now is daytime. We dominate, no doubt. That was beautiful. Because I was thinking the same thing, man. I was like, yo, $150. I was like, yo, if I could get it to $150, because that's what it was. But I said if it run and it hang like the Hangman game, I said we'd do about maybe, you know what I'm saying? So they could say, well, it makes sense. The hours that he did brought that and held that. Nah, it was just ask Harry Houdini how he did. Yeah, man. Email me, man, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Well, cash at me and say it right there in case the email don't just fold up. They've been saying my email is jacked up. I gotta clean it. So that's 2 ways right there. Salute. 1 hour and 42 minutes. Excellent. Now, I'll be out for a second one. Yes, sir. Operation Field Manager. I'll be out there. Soak it in. Write it down. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna come right back to town like the circus, baby. Word up. They're coming to town. No worries, Doom. We family. Wakanda House. Yeah, because I want to learn how to repay the favor, but you already got it. So you know how some people say, yo, I want to, that's the DMV in them. The hospitality is like, not right now. Nah, it's all good. And you want to fight them. You want to fight them DMV motherfuckers due to the fact because you be like, yo, man, why every fucking time you come here, you keep buying this shit and I'm trying to pay it, you know, like my food ain't good or something. Nah. I'll tell you what though, let's just give it to somebody down here. I got this right here. And the shit would be like, all right. But you're like, yo, and then it goes, because I had that. I mean, that's what this guy reminds me of when I had a DMV outside of YouTube. And it was like, jokingly, 3 times, jokingly, put the nigga in the fucking headlock and said, yo, what the fuck, nigga? You go, nigga, I bought White Castle, we gonna eat this shit. And the nigga be like, yo, hands up and shit, like, yo, listen, you ain't gotta hurt me, man, chill. But jokingly. So, and then you push a nigga like, all right, man, what you got? You like, yo, I got the fucking shit. You be like, yeah, I remember those. Damn. You know what I'm saying? All right, fuck. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I understand the program. Salute to all those that came in attendance. Excellent hit. As we always say. We got 6 more minutes, Doug, to fresh me off. $1.50. Just a 2 hour and 50-minute show. Next show an hour. I'm letting you know. So the algorithm can understand that I got 250 out here. 200. I got 250,000 out here, son. Huh? We got 2 YouTube plaques and shit. Huh? We got 2 YouTube plaques so we can yell out, "Mommy and Daddy, I made it." The other one was for Mom. Now the other one will be for my daddy. Yo, Dad, I made that. I got one for us, man. Now we can pour more Marlboro and all that, Jack Daniels and all that. Huh? Leprechaun Doom. Now you catching on. That's a good look. Indeed. Because that's what plays and resonates. See, my wardrobe team figured it out. They said, okay, well, you can do this. Because yesterday was the olive green with the hat they didn't see. You understand? Man designed it and technically shot a few motherfucking drill guns along with the green coats. The share was astronomous. Now it's your turn, Big Bird. Trolls too. You know we love you. What you did in 5 and what you did in 3, we did in $1.50. What you did in 5, what you did in 3, we did it in $1.50. Super glue fat. Because I acknowledged this the other day, man, when you was, you know what I'm saying, when you activate Shazam, because that's what that shit remind me of, Shazam. I said, oh shit. And I kept saying, yo, I'm so fucking, I was like, when I saw it the first 2 times, when you Star Tracked it, me and my Doom staff, word is born, no cap, no flattery, man. We opened up another can of beer and shit, rolled up another sage, and we was like jumping for joy, like, oh shit, you see, and my niggas was like, yo, who that? You know, we get new staff every day. I'm like, yo, that's my son, man, from DMV. I'm like, look at this, and he in the blackout moment too. That shit is for like, what are you doing? Nah, you gotta understand, there's a dominate shit. You gotta really lock in, tap in with us. So I was like, yo, that shit is fire. Yeah, I be talking to these women. They be showing me stuff. Thank you, man. Word up. I need that fire, son. Word. I need that fire, especially what we going and how we moving. I appreciate it. I would need it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm out here pumping 9G. You know what I'm saying? Doing it for real. Big work, son. So no doubt, man. You know what I mean? Damn. Some people don't want to. That's a different magician, but I would like to learn. So maybe I have to. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it was beautiful, man. Yeah, a couple of people here. We $1.50 though. This is what it was. We missed it. That's what you call the concert of all concerts. And no beats didn't even get put on either. We were just running. We were just running. Word. Perfect doom, son. Word. I'll be back out. Yeah, just let them rest up. Figure out what shirt to put on next. What outfit to throw on. The staff got to put that together. We'll be back. $150. Yeah. Doom. Salute to the OFM, man. Operation Field Manager. Yes, Penn Murray, no doubt. You came in, you saw it, Rashad saw it, the family saw it. It was back. Now, we said what we said. Don't come and say, yo, I got boomerangs, man, with samurai blade. Made into a samurai blade, you know what I'm saying? It's Doom TV, man. $150, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. HAMP Doom, salute.